What's up mga kaborders? I'm your newscaster girlie, Julian Medallion, and welcome to our Halalan 2025 vlog series. Simple lang ang drill, real talk, walang bias, smart choices, and just facts.
Now let's talk about Pantilo Ping Morelo Lacson, or also known as Ping Lacson. So Ping Lacson is born on June 1, 1948 in Imus, Cavite. He is now 76 years old. As for his educational background, Ping Lacson went grade school in Bayan Luma Elementary School in 1960. In high school, he went to Imus Institute in 1964. And later on, he went to Philippine Military Academy in 1971. In 1996, he earned postgraduate degree of Master in Government Management from the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila. He also earned a degree of Doctors of Laws on March 27, 2019. During his school years, he studied first a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science in Lyceum in the Philippines University, and second, Philippine Military Academy or PMA, and third, he is the Philippine National Police Academy or PNPA. He graduated as part of the first batch, class 1971, and third, he is the Philippine National Police Academy. He is also known for being top tier or top performing cadet. He also underwent law enforcement and military training. He trained with FBI and Interpol on anti-crime techniques, surveillance, and investigation. He specialized in criminal investigation, intelligence, and anti-kidnapping operations. He also attended various local and international police and intelligence forces. His career in law enforcement are: first, he became a Chief of Philippine National Police or PNP in 1999 to 2001 under President Joseph Estrada. He also implemented the no-take policy to stop police from taking bribes from illegal activities. He promoted international disciplines and anti-corruption practices within the PNP. And he is also known for drastically cutting down putong or extortion practices among traffic cops. He also served in PC or INP, also known as Philippine Constabulary or Integrated National Police. And he also served in PAOCTF, or also known as Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Task Force, where he gained fame for aggressive anti-kidnapping efforts. He has a reputation both praised and criticized for being tough on criminal corruption. He advocates fiscal responsibility, often seen returning unused Senate funds and national treasury, and maintains a clean record with a reputation or with no reported misuse of pork barrel funds. Lacson advocates have mostly centered around anti-corruption, good governance, law enforcement reforms, and national security. His background as a former police chief and longtime senator shaped his priorities. Let's talk about laws. So from 2001 to the present, until now, Lacson authored, sponsored, or co-authored 72 laws since 12th Congress. One of the most visible would be the national ID. Senator Lacson initiated the move to have the national ID for each Filipino citizen way back in 1999, when he had not yet stepped into the politics or the political field. The bill was now passed in 2018, and the National ID Law, also known as Republic Act 11055. Let me tell you about some laws that he authored, co-authored, or sponsored. These are the Anti-Money Laundering Act, National Service Training Program Act, Anti-Trafficking in Person Act, Sin Tax Reform Law, Free Irrigation Law, Anti-Terrorism Act of 2020, Bayanihan to Heal as One Act. These are the some of the laws authored by or co-authored by Lacson. He is also involved in charity. Here are some of his charity works. First is the BNP Foundation Incorporation or BNP-FI. As chairman of the BNP Foundation Incorporation, Senator Lacson has facilitated the donation of equipment and resources to the Philippine National Police or PNP. He supported the typhoon victims in April 2022. Supporters of Lacson and his vice presidential candidate Tito Soto organized relief efforts for residential in Iloilo affected by Typhoon Agaton. The aid packages include rice, canned goods, noodles, shirts, and face masks, exemplifying the community's solidarity and compassion. Third is that he also addressed educational initiatives. Senator Lacson has advocated for educational reforms aimed at combating poverty. His proposed Educacion Plus program seeks to provide free education and establish a government internship system, offering families a monthly allowance to alleviate financial burdens and encourage student retention in school. Fourth is the collaboration with NGOs and CSOs. Throughout his tenure, Senator Lacson has emphasized the importance of involving civil society organizations and non-governmental organizations in governance processes to ensure transparency and effectiveness. Fourth is the collaboration with NGOs and CSOs. Throughout his tenure, he has filed bills to accredit these groups, allowing them to participate in budget committee and hearings and serve as resource persons, thereby promoting accountability in public spending. Fifth is the disaster response efforts. In the aftermath of Typhoon Haiyan or the Typhoon Yolanda in 2013, Senator led the Office of the Presidential Assistance for the Rehabilitation and Recovery, or OPAR. He successfully mobilized support from the private sectors and NGOs and the international organizations to aid the rehabilitation of affected communities. So those are the works of Senator Ping Lacson. Now let's talk about Norberto Borjo Gonzalez, or also known as Bert or Borjo Gonzalez. So Borjo Gonzalez is born on April 17, 1947 in Balanga, Bataan. He is now 77 years old. For his educational background, he studied a Bachelor of Science in Pre-Medicine at Ateneo de Davao University in 1968 and a Master in National Security Administration, MNSA, at National Defense College of the Philippines in 2006. These academic credentials have been instrumental in shaping his roles in national security and defense. He filed candidacy for the Philippine Senate, emphasizing national security reforms, and these includes revisiting the National Defense Act and Anti-Terrorism Act. Borjo Gonzalez have held several key positions in government, including being a National Security Advisor and the Secretary of National Defense under former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. He is also an advocate for national defense reforms and have proposed implementing compulsory military service to strengthen the country's preparedness against external threats. He is a chairperson of the Partido Demokratiko Socialista ng Pilipinas, or PDSP. It is a social democratic party. He was a peace negotiator that participated in peace talks with the Moro National Liberation Front and a senior official in talks with the Moro Islamic Liberation Front and the National Democratic Front. And he's also a labor and social advocate. He co-founded the Kilusan ng Demokratikong Sosyalista ng Pilipinas, which evolved into the PDSP, or as we all know as Partido Demokratiko Sosyalista ng Pilipinas, and he has been involved in various labor and social movements. Now let's talk about laws he authored, co-authored, or sponsored. So Borjo Gonzalez has not authored or sponsored any laws that have been promulgated. His roles have primarily involved executive positions, such as being a Secretary of National Defense and National Security Advisor, where he contributed to policy development and implementation rather than legislative drafting. Norberto Gonzalez has played significant roles in shaping national security policy and governance. However, there is no record of him authoring or sponsoring laws that have been promulgated. His leadership and governance experiences are: first, he was a Secretary of National Defense. He served in 2007 and again from November 2009 to June 2010. He was a National Security Advisor, held this position from February 2005 to July 2007. He was a Presidential Chief of Staff from August 2004 to February 2005, and he was a Presidential Advisor for Special Concerns from February 2001 to January 2004. Now let's talk about charity or community support and advocacy of Borjo Gonzalez. So he has demonstrated a commitment in social welfare and public services throughout his career. While there is no formal record of him establishing a charity organization, his actions reflect a dedication to community support and social injustice. Gonzalez has been involved in various initiatives aimed at promoting democracy and social injustice. He led the creation of the September 8th movement in 1990, a coalition of church groups and civil society organizations advocating for political reforms. Additionally, he was instrumental in founding Sambayanan in 1992, a national coalition of people's organizations and cooperatives, and co-founded Lakas ng EDSA, which supported the candidacy of former President Fidel Marcos. His commitment on education and governance include educational initiatives, which during his 2022 presidential campaign, Gonzalez pledged to offer scholarship for teachers and implement standardized education to ensure equal opportunities for all students regardless of their socio-economic background. He emphasized the importance of excellence in education as a foundation for national progress. Lastly is his anti-corruption efforts. In 2007, as National Security Advisor, Gonzalez initiated the creation of a society among government and internal auditors to combat corruption. He challenged public servants to commit to ethical governance and transparency, aiming to set an example and foster a culture of integrity within the government.
Hey, what's up mga ka-voters? It's your newscaster girly Jenny, and welcome to our Halalan 2025 vlog series. Simple lang ang drill, real talk, smart choices, walang bias, and just facts. So, nandito tayo ngayon sa tabing dagat, but we're not here to swim ha. We are here because we're gonna be talking about a senatorial candidate na isang mangingisda. Ito ay si Ronel Arambolo. He is a fisherman born on May 18, 1976. His hometown is Malakaban, Benangonan, Rizal. In terms of leadership and governance experience, Ronel Arambolo has demonstrated significant experiences in leadership and governance through various roles and initiatives as an activist and environmentalist, starting off with his grassroots leadership. So si Ronel Arambolo ay the National Vice Chairperson of Pambansang Lakas ng Kilusang Mamamalakaya ng Pilipinas, o kung tawagin ay Pamalakaya. Isa itong a fisherfolk advocacy group where he has led campaigns to protect the rights of mga mangingisda and address environmental issues. Since 2007, involved na po si Ronel Arambolo sa grupong ito. Aside from that, he was also a member of Anak Bayan from 2005 to 2006, a youth organization that aims to protect and promote the national democracy. He later became the chairperson of Anak Pawis Benangonan chapter in 2010 and later in Anak Pawis Rizal chapter in 2012. And he also has an experience in local governance as he became the kagawad or a councillor from 2013 to 2019 in his hometown Barangay Malakaban, Benangonan, Rizal. In terms of his educational background, Ronel Arambalo tried pursuing two programs in college. First was in 1995 in University of Manila. He tried to pursue a degree in criminology. However, the following year, 1996, he dropped out due to difficulties in financial aspects. However, in 2005, he once again tried studying in college with a degree in Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Filipino, this time in University of Rizal System. However, in the following year again, which is 2006, he dropped out due to financial constraints. In terms of his deep understanding in global and national issues, Ronel Arambalo showcases that through his advocacies of fisher folk rights or mga karapatan ng mga mangingisda, environmental protection, social equity, and awareness on geopolitical impacts in local communities, especially in the West Philippine Sea. Kung batas naman po ang pag-uusapan, wala pa pong nagagawang batas si Ronel Arambalo sapagkat nga po, his local governance experience was only to become a councillor o kagawad sa kanyang barangay o hometown sa barangay Malakaban, Benangonan, Rizal. Kung magbabalik tanaw tayo sa nasabi ko kanina, Arambalo has been a member of Pamalakaya since 2007, which means he has been fighting for his advocacies for 18 years now. In terms of commitment to public service naman, si Ronel Arambalo as an activist, leader, and environmentalist, he has participated in fact-finding missions where he witnessed the struggles of the urban poor, youth, and indigenous people or communities. So he has also led significant protest actions, including the 2021 coastal protests in Zambales and the 2023 demonstrations at the Chinese consulate advocating for the rights of Filipino fisher folk in the West Philippine Sea. In terms of integrity and strong moral character naman, minsan na po nasubok ang integridad at ang moral character ni Arambalo. Sa katunayan ay in 2010, police arrested Ronel after he campaigned against demolition efforts in Lupang Arinda, Taytay. For 3 days, he was interrogated and accused of terrorism before he was released due to mounting public pressure. Additionally, in 2022, outside his home, Ronel experiences other challenges in the form of state harassment. An individual claiming to be a maritime police went directly to his home and attempted to bribe Ronel, demanding the fisherman to stop his organizing and became an informant. But Ronel did not sell his cause. Similarly sa kanyang karanasan noong 2007 na sinubukan din siyang suhulan ng isang garment factory na trinabahuan niya noon. Pero kagaya ng ginawa ni Ronel sa previous experience na yun, hindi siya nagpatinag at hindi siya nagpasuhol. Just recently, in 2024, Ronel Arambalo was among the individuals charged with illegal assembly following a Boniface Day protest in 2024. The charges were filed by the Manila Police District, citing alleged violations of the Public Assembly Act, also known as Batas Pabansa Bilang 880, which requires permits for public demonstrations. However, the Manila City Prosecutor's Office later dismissed the case, citing that the protest was peaceful and the allegations against Ronel and other individuals lacked proof. In terms of accountability and transparency naman, makita naman natin yun sa mga naranasan niya, sa mga kasong kinaharap niya na later was dismissed at never siyang na-convict of any crimes. Now let's talk about the track record in advocacy. In 2007, Ronel Arambalo witnessed unfair labor practices and unpaid wages in a garment factory in Benangonan where he used to work. Nagrally po siya kasama ang kanyang mga kasamahan sa trabaho, standing against the injustice, demanding the rightful wages. With the help of a trade union, legal measures were pursued, leading to the workers getting their salaries and compensated well, despite the company bribing Arambalo to stop his movement. Overall, Ronel Arambalo offers a perspective that highlights grassroots activism and deep insights into fisher folk and coastal issues, emphasizing environmental protection, social welfare, and national sovereignty for marginalized sectors. And that's a wrap, mga kaboters, for today's vlog. Ginabi na nga tayo, no? But I hope you guys enjoyed our informative Padagat vlog. Remember to always stay informed. Bye!